This LA man wants to use the equity in his home to relocate to Seattle. Can his house net him enough cash to make the move?
What is going on in here?
And a Boston couple whose tiny condo has them feeling the squeeze. Can they get the price they need to get into bigger digs? Plus, this North Carolina pair's been renovating and they're almost done. Just when is it time to call it quits?
At that point, you might be overdoing it for the house.
It's all next on My House is Worth What? Brent bought his house in LA's Pickfair Village in 2001 as the local real estate market was taking off. Now he'd like to relocate to Seattle and hopes his home is worth enough to pay for the move and to make a sizable down payment on a new home. When you were home shopping, what was on your punch list, your priority list for things you needed and wanted in a home?
Affordability. I've been looking for quite some time and then discovered this house. It was a little bit of a fixer-upper and decided to make an offer.
Well, you know what? I think that you got a really good price on this house. You paid $345,000.
I did.
For your home during a pretty hot real estate market.
Yes, yes.
But fixer-upper indeed, because you then put $50,000 into renovation.
I did.
Where did the 50 grand go?
To the floors, to new window treatments, to painting the inside of the place, putting central air in, new electrical, new French doors, new patio.
I'm curious to know why you'd like to find out your home's value in today's market.
I've been, the last couple of years, considering making a move out of LA, going up to Seattle, and take the profits from this home and actually pay maybe 50–60% down on a condo there and have very low payments.
It sounds like you really thought this through.
I have.
How much do you think your house is worth?
Probably around $586,000, I would say.
Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring in a local real estate expert. We're going to find out if your house is worth $586,000 or somewhere in the ballpark. All right?
Sounds great.
Pickfair Village has been called one of the most overlooked neighborhoods in Los Angeles. It's a solid middle-class community that's known for its cultural diversity. Home prices range from just over $400,000 for a small fixer up to over $900,000 for a large remodeled house. The living room is a
original hardwood floors. He totally refinished them. He painted. Also, and this was a really big expense, he added central air conditioning and heat and redid all of the electric work.
Well, that was very important work. Most houses of this period don't have central air and heat, so that's a modern amenity that many buyers will appreciate. And I love that he's maintained these original features, the hardwood floors, the original crown moldings, and I particularly like the fireplace, which is really a period showpiece.
It really is gorgeous. All in all, I think he did a tasteful job, and it's a good first impression.
I agree.
The kitchen is probably the biggest challenge area in the home. While he did spend $14,000 on some updates, he's only about halfway there. He redid all the cabinets, and he did put in new appliances, but they're white, which buyers aren't really going for these days. I would say the one really wise investment he made are the French doors he put in the dining room area.
I love the French. It really adds outdoor living space to a house that is on the small side. The one area that I think he should address are the tile countertops, which feel dated and low-end. I think he should spend maybe $5,000 to replace the tile counters with granite countertops and a backsplash. He would see $10,000 as a return on his investment. Kendra, what is going on in here?
He spent $11,500 in here. He updated the flooring, the fixtures, the bulk of the money, $10,000. went to completely building out the shower. Now, the problem I have with this bathroom is that while he updated it to look 1940s, it looks like it was done in the 1940s. There's no modern feel to it.
I agree. When you update a period bathroom, you want to add some modern amenities. I do like the original tile, but this yellow color, it really is just too much of a contrast. It's not neutral and is not going to appeal to buyers.
I totally agree. I think that he can keep the retro style and modernize it just with a few minor touches. Of all the renovation projects he tackled, the backyard is his absolute favorite. And he spent $6,700 landscaping the backyard and the front, and then laying down this terracotta tile on the patio.
I love what he's done out here. It's a really cozy backyard, and the small lot size is not going to appeal to all buyers. But he's done a fantastic job with a small space. I love the patio. And I'm glad to see that he's done such a great job with the landscaping in the backyard, because the landscaping at the front of the house is just completely overgrown.
Oh, it's a total jungle out there. It takes away from the curb appeal.
Absolutely. It obscures the house.
Having too much of a good thing can hurt you as much as having too little. And I think this is a case in point.
Once the numbers are crunched, will the total be enough to get Brent to Seattle?
Your lot size is really going to be a challenge.
Then, this couple invested in updates to their Boston condo. Did they spend in the right places?
In a condominium, you walk through that front door and this is your curb appeal.
And later, they've got one last project in mind to make their North Carolina home perfect. But the question is,
Do you think we could get a return out of this if we spent the money?
TV.
Brent wants to know if his Los Angeles home is worth enough to finance a move and a new condo.
Your house has several selling points. I love the original character with the charming restored hardwood floors, molding, and the fireplace. And the French doors that you've added make the living space flow right into the backyard.
The patio that you put down, all the landscaping out back is truly wonderful, and buyers will really, really appreciate it. Speaking of the backyard, as lovely as it is, your lot is really small, and a lot of buyers aren't going to go for it. Also, in the front yard, you actually did too much of a good thing. It's overgrown and actually detracts from your curb appeal.
Back inside the house, your kitchen and the bathroom could use some updating.
You ready to find out the news?
Let's go.
Brent wants to list his home for at least $586,000.
Brent, if I were to list this house today, the price would be $595,000.
Well, that's a little bit more than I had anticipated, so that's cool.
That's a cool $200,000 profit and a tiny little bankroll for Brent's move.
To know that it's a little bit more than what I had actually anticipated, that's a good thing.
It is. And you're going to Seattle regardless. This just means more money in your pocket.
Sure.
Yeah. You have a great house, and you really did keep it the 1940s era theme very well. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's exciting.